The Zoku is a truck. It's getting there. Definitely cutting out a lot of fender. Stay tuned, everybody. Hey everybody. Alright. Second video I've been filming today. Videos for the next 2 weeks. Not worried about it. In this video, we're going to show the, I don't even know what really to call it. It's the Zoku VS4-10 build. I haven't really given it a name. I used to just call it the BFG 410, which I guess it technically still is. Whatever. I'm sure a lot of people, from the picture you've seen, and you can already see now, I'd be like, why are you keeping little dinky tires on there? Because I like having dinky tires on here. Until I decide if I wanted to cut or like pinch the hood here, which I don't really want to do. There's not really much I can do. Like I could cut this completely off here, you know, like I could do something like that, but to be honest, I still really like a smaller tire. I don't know why I like 4.19 so much. I just do. I don't really know what else to say to that. They're BFGs, Cam 3, on a BFG truck, so it just works. But, regardless of all that, it's a truck. It moves, it steers, everything. It's all set up and ready to go. I gotta move the rear bumper back. I gotta do some modifications there because it's just below and in behind the tailgate now. But in the last video, I don't even think I had the bed on. So the bed is on now. I have trimmed out quite a lot of fender because the body's kind of changed its positioning. Tires are definitely much more forward, but that's fine. I have lots of clearance on this side, not quite as much on that side, but I definitely have to look at the servo a little bit and readjust some endpoints, but that's okay. I will get to that. But yeah, so here's the front. The bumper is definitely nice and close up there. The tires are just in behind the bumper. So approach angles, you know, maybe not the best, is what it is. The panhard mount is definitely an issue. It's affecting some clearance, but that's to be expected on a chassis mounted servo on a comp style chassis. It's just kind of it's what's going to happen. Or at least running a panhard mount, at least. But we've got the D44 axles, and they're nice and great axles. I had to rebuild the rear axle. Just take everything apart, clean it, let the bearings sit in some WD-40, and then once that was done, I put them in I just put some shock oil in a cup and let the shock oil sit in there. They are generally, they're a sealed bearing, more or less. But it's tricks my grandpa taught me. He did that with tons of old bearings and brought them back to life. They still work just fine. That's concerning. Wasn't doing that before. I'll have to look into some of that. Maybe some things need to be replaced. Just as I'm saying, and I start moving things and it's making weird feeling sounds and whatever. Old axles, alright? We'll get them there. But as you can see, the rear bumper needs to be just adjusted a little bit back. I got the taillight lenses. These are just glued in. I glued in the tailgate, the handle to open the tailgate. Got my my license plate there. Got the nice Zoku sticker there. I am running the machined face Vanquish KMC bullies that came all the way from BULLMAN built RC down in Indiana. So they came a long way. They definitely went on a good trip. Body off. Body is nice and easy to get on. Just these grub screws. Yes, in the picture there was bigger ones. It was just easier for me to get the body on and off quickly. Really wasn't that hard in general. Interesting. I don't know why that's making that sound. Maybe there's something wrong with the transmission. Maybe I'll have to take that apart. I did. It's definitely not the gears. The gears are fine. Anyway. Got the flysky G7P receiver here. Got the, obviously it's a Fusion, so there's the button. Easy for me to just come up, turn it on from underneath. There's the battery connection. The battery goes on this side. I've got the shifters on here because, you know, it's got an interior, so Daredevil's got a shift. And we are running the NSDRC RS500B. It's a direct power servo. It's, at 3S, it's getting about it's somewhere right around 450 ounce-inches of torque. On 4S, it's just over 500, I believe. But that's okay. I've beaten on these servos. This servo here is over 2 years old. I've been running this. This was the first one I got, and I've been running it hard. So, again, these are reasons why I applied, but also agreed to be a team driver at NSDRC. Everybody has their own opinions on servos. Fine. It's the same as, are you a Ford guy or a Chevy guy? It's no different. I personally have beaten on the servos, and they keep on going. I love them, so I'm happy and honored to, you know, be part of a company that's makes good products. And we've got the breast cancer awareness pink servo horn on there. All the pink edition stuff is obviously sold now, sold out. It was a limited run of it all, but you know, keep an eye on, you know, marketplaces and anything else. People sell things, and as always, next year. So, you know, always keep an eye on these things. But other than that, this Zoku chassis is just been an absolute delight building. The chassis was super simple. Everything went together super simply. It's basically just, if I kept, you know, the Phoenix body on here or whatever it is, this truck would have been done. But I'm going with a hard body that's shorter wheelbase with a full depth bed, so that makes having to have special sliders, not just the typical Mojave two-door sliders that Zoku has, but I believe these might be coming available. So if you're wanting to put a full kind of depth body like I'm running, full fender body we'll say, on a Zoku chassis, and it's, well, the two-door Mojave body, he can or will have, whatever, you should be able to get these sliders, and they work great. Just, you know, line up where you want your body, however you want everything to be. I personally wanted it as far forward as I could, just how everything worked the best for the body the style I want it to be. But of course, then I gotta cut fenders out, and because I want, you know, I'm running small little 4.19 tires. Everything is me. The reason why this is taking so long is because of me. So there's nothing to do with the issue or quality of Zoku RC's chassis kits. They're great. I'm very impressed with them, and again, very happy to be doing this build with him. And I don't know if I mentioned this last video, but from here on out, this is the chassis that I'll be using if I'm doing any, whether I'm doing that one, another one, whatever I'm doing. Sorry. This will be the chassis that I choose to use. That's it. I'm so happy with them, and he's a good dude, and you know, you gotta support the underdog. That's kind of what, maybe he isn't the underdog anymore, but you know, you've got all these big companies, big names that have been in the business for a while, making really good quality stuff. Nothing on them. But I wanted to give this a shot. I remember when I first saw Zoku's chassis, when he came out with them a couple years ago. And it just took me a while to kind of get things situated in what I wanted to do. And this actually wasn't even supposed to be the Zoku build I was doing. I was supposed to be doing a kind of throwing stuff together and doing a HPI venture. That was my plan. Very quickly figured out that that wasn't a good plan. That's it. It's nothing on that HPI. You guys never saw it. Maybe I did a video? I don't think I did. It was I was really impressed with how that truck was designed. I didn't love the axles. Because I'm a Vanquish guy, I guess. But the transmission was very intriguing to me. You know, all the gearing and everything was from their... they took from the Savage Flux. So the brushless Savage that HPI did. So it had strong gearing and everything. My idea was, let's kind of give the HPI a whole new look. Because they were kind of... I love HPI. Always will. That was my first RC that I had. It was a Nitro though, but whatever. So I really wanted to kind of be one of the ones that gave HPI a different look. You know? Can this truck compete? Blah, 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 blah. And then after a while, I just realized it very well, may not have been, but it very well could have been a waste of time. So there just isn't an aftermarket for that truck. And that was, even if I did a great job building a comp truck out of it, there wasn't enough of an aftermarket to actually make it worth people buying to do that conversion. So ultimately, you know, going back and talking with Zoku, came to the conclusion, you know what? Let's do something with my Class 1 truck. Ironically, that he doesn't have flat bellies Class 1 chassis. Well, I'm going to take one of your Class 2, Class 3 chassis and give it a Class 1 twist. Oh, yeah. Is what it is. But I'm really happy with this truck. It's got a bit of a lean. Toyotas tend to have a little lean forward or a little lean back. I don't care. I just want it to climb up. That's all I care about. The 4Runner kind of leans a little bit forward. This has a little bit lean back. In the back of the truck, I did put my Blind Guy RC sand ladders and the Camel cooler, which are from, he's down in the description, these are from Radioactive Scale RC. So he's still doing some really cool stuff. So if you want some scale goodies, go give him a look at. Fellow Canadian doing some really cool stuff. Anything else on this chassis that I've done? No. I'm not. I'll put that on after the video. But yeah. So just a build that I've been really happy with, and I've kind of taken my time on it, making sure it's done properly. Clearly, I need to go and look at some things, figure out why it's making some weird skippity sounds. I literally ran it the other day in the house, and it was fine, so I'm curious on that. But anyway, that's that. It is what it is. Yeah, I think we're going to we'll leave it at that. As always, go check out Zoku. The link is in the description. He's got some really awesome, I think they're called the Zero, Zoku Zero chassis. I think that's what they're called. You'd think I'd do my research. They're really cool carbon fiber chassis. They're very much comp chassis. Then he has the Basecamp kit and the VS4-10 kit. The Basecamp is for just the Basecamp, but honestly, I think the Basecamp could work with an Element as long as it's the same 4-pattern skid. Don't be afraid to message him and ask questions that I can't answer. But he's got, you know, like stubby, for the VS4-10 skids, he's got like stubby skids. Definitely really cool stuff. But with the VS4-10s, he's got the kit for the Phoenix, which has the VFD twin, like this. Not like that one, though. That's going to be a fun build next year. And the Fordyce, which is just a VFD. So I don't know if he's got anything to do with the VRD stuff. Although, to be honest, I think it would all cross over. Because I don't see why that wouldn't work. If you wanted a Zoku chassis with your VRD truck. Or if you like his rails. Whatever. But yeah, he's got lots of cool goodies. So definitely go hit the link up in the description and buy yourself a kit. Convert that truck into a crawling mountain goat truck. Aside from that, everybody, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to go to the video from last week, or the one I just did before this, but it's last week's video. I'm giving away to the 3 lucky winners. 3 lucky winners will be getting a Blind Guy RC banner, along with some stickers and whatnot. So go to the previous video. You'll see it there. It'll be in the picture. And comment on that if you haven't already. Because giveaway. But other than that, thank you very much, everybody. We will see you in the next video. Peace out.